Hi everyone, it's MirandaPitrone. We are in Maine and I am feeling the New England vibe today. Gonna get together some, maybe fallish colors, some berry metallics and some brown metallics, and we'll do a little mandala stone here for you today. Alright, so I've already painted the background of my stone here. And this one is about 3.5 inches in diameter. About. So the design is just about 3, give or take a little bit. I don't have all my tools with me, so I'm using what I have. And so half of 3, 1.5 to find your center, to put your center dot. Okay, so I'm going to go with a nice rich espresso here for our center. I love the shiny metallics, especially the browns in fall. They're gorgeous. And these are just from Decoart. They're dazzling metallics. They have a great line of paints. Their Americanas work really well. Most of these are crafters acrylics that I have here. Okay, and I think rather than doing our plus sign, I'm just going to do a couple of rings around this first. Well, I guess I'll still do the plus sign and then we'll fill it in. Maybe fit 3. And this is just a cocoa brown. And then I have a light cinnamon. And these are just a little bit bigger because as you move out to fill in the same amount of the circle, you're going to need bigger dots, obviously, to go for a bigger circle. And I'm just pushing down a little bit harder with my brush to make them a little bit bigger, but I am just using the same size brush. It's a 10-0. Okay, I'll do one more ring here using the same espresso that we did for the center. Alright, now I have this nice rich burgundy. I'm gonna do our plus sign here. A little bit larger dots. This burgundy looks great with the brown espresso. And now this stone is very porous, so part of it, the dots aren't going to be perfect. It's a sandstone, but I kind of like the rough look that it's giving. Very, very textured. And I didn't coat it with anything other than just do my background with the black craft paint from Decoart. And we're just going to experiment and see where this adventure goes. Okay, after the burgundy, I have the berry metallic. I'm just going to go kind of in a straight line off of each of the burgundy dots that we just did. And to get the larger stones, larger dots, I'm just pushing down a little harder and using just a little bit more paint. It's not a different size brush. And you can see I really just overloaded the paint, like it's up over the ferrule. Kind of a crazy paint loader. But as you touch it to the stone and paint it, it wicks off and you'll gauge the right amount as you go. Starts to get easier the more you do it. Okay, after our berry, I'm just using the deep magenta. And I'm going to go a little bit smaller because I want to kind of create a point. I think I'm going to outline these sort of like flower petals after, using lighter colors like a mocha and cocoa and antique white. We'll see how this goes. That's my plan for now. But as you know, I can change that at any time because it's just kind of what I'm thinking as I go, and the size of the stone and how big the design will fit. And this paint's a little more watery. There's a lot of humidity in the air today too with the rain, so that might be affecting the paints a bit too, but also, like I said, I'm painting on sandstone. So you can see it just kind of crumbles off, but it's extremely porous. Okay, I think I'll do one more dot on these lines with a royal fuchsia. And it's just a little more pink. All right. The dots are not staying really around on this, but that's okay. You'll get the idea, and your rock won't do this because it won't be sandstone, so. But it's okay. Just a totally different look. I'm using a light mocha now to just kind of do some swipes out and around the left side. And just the light really gives it a good contrast to the dark browns and the burgundies that we used. I think we'll use the light cinnamon that we used on the second ring to go ahead and swipe the other side. And I'm just going to pull it up a little higher to just give it a kind of different effect. And I'll do that all the way around. And for me, this type of stone, this type of painting works actually better than dots on this type of stone because you can smooth it out with your brush as opposed to praying it stays in a circle when it's very porous. So that is just to help my design. I'm gonna go with some light antique white. I'm just kind of gonna add a little more bulk to these petals by doing a couple rows of dots here. And you can see my colors really ran here. So later on, after it's dry, I can go back in there with my black and go over it again a little bit just to kind of touch up the dots a little bit. But it's really, some of them are a little more fluid up here on a humid day with the rain in the air. And then the stone, like I said a couple of times now, is really porous. So it shouldn't do that on your design. But if you need to fix it, once it's dry, you can just paint over it with your black background. And that will help fix that mistake. Touch up your dots. And again, for these smaller dots, I'm still using the same size brush. It's just a 10-0. I get a lot of questions on what types of brushes I'm using, but once I found this angled brush, I haven't really deviated much from it. You can use soft round acrylics or your dotting tools, but this one I'm just using the same that I've used for the rest of the stone. And this is just regular white. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the cocoa now, and I think we'll go a little asymmetrical here and add to our petal, just finish off our petals here with the cocoa. There. We have our fun little rich burgundy and brown mandala for the day. Now you can add in greens here if you wanted to put some kind of leaf type things. But that's all I have time for today. So I am going to let you all go. I hope you are doing well. And I am looking forward to getting back into the swing of things coming up in the next week and a half. I am looking forward to interacting with all of you in the comments too. So if you have any information or constructive criticism or any of your comments, I'd love to hear them. Just go down below and shoot me a little note. Or if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to check out my other videos here on YouTube. You can also share them with other people who you think might like them. And also, if you are looking for more of my art, I have it on Instagram and Facebook under P4 Miranda Pitrone. All right, take care, and I will talk to you all again soon.